So anyone looking for a speed game with tech in it, this is not the right game. There's no tech in this game other than don't go the wrong way. And know what cycles you can catch and stuff. In terms of like in the time trials not getting hit, and then in terms of like the actual main game managing health and stuff. Like what you can tank hits through and what you shouldn't take hits from. There are also several like max health increasers that you get in this run that are slightly out of the way because they're worth it. I think you get 3 of them. Yeah, this is not a good speed game, but it's actually a very fun game. It's a very good casual game. Not this version. N64 version, which I'm playing now, is terrible. The PS1 version is actually very good, though. I would highly recommend it for a casual playthrough. The multiplayer in this game is also fantastic, so if you can, you know, find a friend, do some multiplayer. The multiplayer on this is actually very fun. Beef and I played a bunch of it at IGT. This is terrible routing. I guess actually that wasn't that bad. The only nice thing about the N64 version is the transitions between levels are basically instant. But 25% of the levels are just missing in the game. They're just not on this version in any capacity. And also the routing is such that there's an item that you get later in the game that lets you access a bunch of areas in previous levels. And depending on what level you're in, that area may have multiple... That area may not exist, or it may have items you need to 100% the level, or get all the dots or all the fruits. That's how you get the stars in this game. You get 1 for beating it, 1 for all dots, 1 for all fruits, and 1 for a time trial. So on my first pass through all these levels, I get everything I can. So like that first level I couldn't get all of anything, so I just got to the end. This level I can get all the dots on the first pass, and so I get all the dots. And then once I get that key, I do some backtracking. You don't actually backtrack at all in the PS1 version. Because there's more levels, so you get more stars. Yeah, kind of. It's far more heavily puzzle based, like these switches and stuff. Some fairly challenging puzzles if you like don't know what you're doing. Some can be a little difficult. Some are not. Most of them are not terribly hard though. But it is a pretty solid casual game with a very good OST. Not this version. This version has bad music. It just loops every like 20 seconds. But the versions on the PS1 version and the Dreamcast version are actually fantastic. There's like one puzzle skip in the entire game that we know of. It's because the movement in this game is so simple. Like there's no like way to go faster. Like, you can't zig. This game is built on the PMW engine, but since it's not really a 3D game, there's no like zigzag of any kind. You only get 4 directions of movement. So really, the fun in this game just comes down to routing in terms of like individual areas, as well as what levels you actually visit and which ones you don't. That was lucky. So that's the fun I had with this game, is figuring out what levels, what's the optimal like levels to visit and optimal stars to get from those levels. So Beef and I did that for the PS1 version, and then I did that for the N64 version. Originally got the N64 version because we thought like, oh, cartridge loads, it'll be faster, but then we found out it's just missing so much of the game, and so we had to make it a separate category. So this game is separated by a console on the boards. There's also a GBA version, which I've never played, but I think it's pretty bad. Although it's probably better than this, because this is terrible. So if someone does a run of the GBA version, I'll add GBA as another category. Oh, that's bad. Okay, this guy's a jerk. He does a lot of damage. I have no idea if the J version is better, honestly. It wouldn't surprise me. The J version is, I think, just got released on the PSN store.
Well done.
Hopefully this guy doesn't pwn me. There's a guy in this room that you probably haven't seen yet. That you just shot that attack. That attack does a lot of damage. Yeah, sure, I'd love to race this game. If I have the time, I absolutely would race it. When you're down for a race. This PS1 version is longer. And also more annoying RNG-wise. The RNG in that game is way worse. I'm sure I could get Beef to jump in that race as well, since he likes this game too. Well, you can make that cycle. Okay, that's a new cycle. You can make this. Hell yeah, okay. Okay, I got lucky. Can I walk over this ramp? No, I can't. Now, if I'm going to race this game, I want to play the PS1 version. I'm only playing this because I feel obligated to get a time that doesn't suck. Seeing as I'm like the only person who owns it. Like, this version is just so much less fun to play, but it's, I mean, if you really wanted to cheat, you could get the Dreamcast version if you have a Dreamcast, because the Dreamcast version is optimal. But who owns a Dreamcast? Like, come on, let's be real. What's up, Zetsu? Yes, the frame rate and everything in this game is terrible. This version, at least. The PS1 version is actually good. The game doesn't really lag anywhere. Like, Shock Therapy is a little laggy, but that's because there's a lot going on. Thanks for the good luck, man. Dreamcast load times are faster than FDS. Yeah, they are faster. The game also looks better on a Dreamcast. And has better music. The Dreamcast version is the same as the PS1 version, just updated graphics and better sound. Let me get this, actually. I think I went the wrong way here. I think you go to the bottom, yeah. Yeah, like, I probably wouldn't buy a Dreamcast just to play this game. That seems a little dumb, but... That's right, I'm good they didn't ruin Pac-Man by porting it to other consoles. It probably would have sucked. Like, Pac-Man on N64 would be terrible. Yo, what's up, Trey? Yeah, I've never played the GBA version of this game. I had only played the PS1 version, and then I got the N64 version just because I was like, well, let's see if it's faster, because it's a cartridge. And then it's like a quarter of the game is just missing, so... Yo, thanks, man. Yeah, that's a, that side of the family is fairly large, so we... It gets a bit rowdy. Really? I fell down.
Well done.
Parents, bro, and grandparents, yeah. Like, the one side of my family is not very big. And so the one side of my family was just like my aunt, uncle, and cousin, and grandparents. But then the other side is massive. Because my mom has 12 siblings. And I have like 25-ish cousins on that side. And like half of them are married and have like 3 kids each, so it's a party. Okay, you can only beat that cycle on the time trial, apparently. Dreamcast Pac-1 I think would be okay. I mean, it still wouldn't look as good as Pac-2. Like, Pac-2 has held up very well in terms of appearance. Seeing as that game came out in, I think, 2002. The game has held up very well for a 15-year-old game. A texture error in Goblin? I've never heard of that. Although it is Namco, I wouldn't put it past them. The ultimate meme game? Now it's the ultimate meme version of a good game. Is this, like, the frame rate here is just, this is just sad. Like, this is not even running at 30. And yeah, in Goblin, the frame rate in this game goes to like 10. It's so bad. World 1 is 30? What do you mean by that? FPS? I think it's 60, but I have no idea. I think the taster told me it was 60, but sometimes it feels like it's 60, and then sometimes it feels like it's like 5. So I have no idea. It's probably 30. I know 2 is 60, and yeah, like, it's hard to say. I want to say it's 60, but I feel like that also just isn't right. I gotta get back to that game. I'm doing that game in an online marathon next week. And then another online marathon the week after it, and I haven't played it in like 2 months. So I need to play it again. Been doing Twin Sanity, which I can't play right now because I don't own it at the moment. And I have to wait to get my stuff to play that game again. Twin Sanity is fun. I would recommend everyone learn that game, even though it takes forever to learn. Because it's, like, genuinely impossible.
Well done.
If that game was on the GameCube, A, would probably be optimal on the GameCube, and B, more people would probably run it. But it's not, so rip. Thanks, Joe. Or, thanks, Joe. Thanks, Marsh. Yeah, my Thanksgiving was pretty good, so. Yeah, the DC load times are, like, crazy. That squishes me from here, that's gay. I didn't know that. Lava, it's dangerous. Thanks, Professor Pack, for looking out for me. The Dreamcast version is just better. Like, if you have a Dreamcast, which, like, 4 people do. I don't need to, but it's optimal to get everything in this level. So the way this game works is you get a star for beating the level, and then you get one for getting all the dots, another for getting all the fruit, and then another for doing the time trial. And you need so many stars to be able to beat the game. And so on some levels, it's possible to get all the stuff on the first pass. And in some levels, it's possible to get all of one. In some levels, it's not possible to get all of anything. And so, what I do is any level whatever I can get on the first pass in any level, I get that. I'm gonna go for this strat. I'm probably gonna die. Right? No, I'm not gonna go for it. Because I didn't push that block. But you can walk over that lava square a 3rd time. If you don't suck. Wow, that guy didn't even see me. That's pretty hilariously lucky. Like, so in this level, for instance, I can get all of everything on the first pass, and so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So that the next time I come back to this level, I only am going to do the time trial to get a quick star, because the time trial on this level is very fast. And so in particular on the N64 version, like routing and revisits is more important, because you don't have to revisit any level on the PS1 version, because you can get enough stars, because there are more levels on the PS1 version. So the routing is completely different. The only bad part about this game is playing it on an N64 D-pad, which we all know is not the best controller. You can play this with the stick. I don't know why you would, though. Oh, you can beat that. I did not know that. Okay, that's a new cycle.
Well done.
That is very true, Trey. That D-pad is bad.
Well done.
In this level, I can't get all of anything, and this is a really long level, so I'm gonna not come back to this level at all, because there's no fast star to get here. The fastest star to get in this level is to just beat the level. So I'm gonna skip a bunch of stuff in here. Just because I can't get everything. probably do 100% of this, like, one day this weekend, just do a run and just get a time on the leaderboards, and then be done with the category, and then not play this game again. Let me through. Okay. That wasn't that bad. So 100% in this game isn't much longer than any percent. I bet you it would be less than an hour longer. Hello?
Yeah.
What? I was holding left. So I need 130 dots after this area, but I'm going to get more because there's another area that I need 200 in. So. Yeah, the announcer dude in this game is pretty good. Yeah. He's better on the PS1 version. He says some better stuff like, alright, yeah. He's pretty good. Extremely hype. Not quite like Pokemon Stadium tier. I mean, they're like nothing is as good as the Pokemon Stadium announcer. But the guy in this game is pretty good. What's up, Cinna? That routing was decent. I'm gonna get bopped here, because you always get hit here. Alright, now this puzzle that takes forever. This sound effect is so annoying. A Roblox Roebuck? I would say no. Question mark. This is another level where I can get everything on the first pass. Fortunately, so I do get everything on the first pass. Yeah, every level has those coins. Actually, they're just reset tokens. They're reset puzzles. Yeah, I don't understand what goes on the internet, honestly. I think it's the optimal way to do that room. Damn it. My health is fine in this level, because in this level I get a health max, or a health maxer. Almost died there because I was an idiot. Sigh. What's up, W12? How's it going, pal? Thanks for the GL. I appreciate it. Did I do this right? Maybe. Epic. That sounds extremely epic. So here I just get that yellow, and it maxes out my health. Well, I at least hope your Thanksgiving was okay. Dang, pal, that stinks. Thanksgiving was lit? Hell yeah. Alright, let's not do this puzzle incorrectly again. There we go. Hesitated just too long. I have to come back through that room, so I'm leaving some stuff.
Well done.
Yo, James, what's up? How was your Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Damn it. Bland? Feels bad, man. Well, my Thanksgiving was pretty good. I didn't do anything crazy, except my mom's side. When we have Thanksgiving, it's always just generally crazy because there's an enormous amount of people. I think we had like 60 something this year, and it wasn't even like everybody or all that close to everybody on that side of the family.
Well done.
Yeah, Thanksgiving on that side of the family is always pretty epic. Well, there's two grandparents,
Yeah.
and then then I have 12 aunts and uncles, and then I have like 25 to 30 cousins, and then like they have like at least 15 kids between them. That's our family. Yeah, me too, EMP. This game is so bad. I'm only playing it just so no one else has to. The thing I've ever played, I don't know. I mean, my copy of the game doesn't really work, and I don't really have any intention to buy a new one. Maybe I'll run it again someday, but I don't know how seriously I'll take it if I do play it again.
Yeah.
Alright, boys, get ready. It's time for the Abif TM skip, where you use this TNT to cross this gap, which is not what you're supposed to do. Boom. Saved like 3 seconds. Like the only skip in the game. What's up, Tsunade? More Twinsanity in the future? Yes, I currently don't have a copy of the game. But when I do get a copy of the game, another copy of the game, I will be doing more runs. A pal of mine, Venominous, is from the UK, and he asked me for a bunch of NTSC games. And so I sent him my NTSC copy of Twinsanity, and in turn he's sending me a PAL, along with a bunch of other games, and in return he's sending me a PAL console, along with a bunch of PAL games, including PAL Twinsanity, which is better for that game. Whenever that gets here is when I'll be doing Twins again. I have no idea when it will get here. I don't think he's even sent it yet. I'll have to pester him to send it again. But yeah. So whenever that arrives, I'll be doing Twins. In terms of the near future, though, I'll be playing this game for like a couple more days, and then I will never play it again, because it's not a good game. And then I will go back to 1-pack, because I'm doing that in a few upcoming online marathons. And then hopefully I'll have Twins by then. Alright, this room sucks. Okay, that's good RNG. No, I did not hit the right one. This is the one that gives me the... This one. Can we skip to not playing this ever again? Soon TM. This gives me the access to the end of the level. This game is not good. Alright, so I need good RNG. If I get good RNG here, I'll save like 5 minutes on this split. It's already looking fairly okay. So I need to get all the fruits and all the dots in this level, and it's possible that the game doesn't spawn all of one or either or both. And so you just have to get lucky. The game itself is good. This version of the game is not good. I would not play this version of the game if you have the chance to play this game. I would play any other version. Well, not the GBA version. GBA isn't great either, I don't think, but... Okay, I got all the dots. Now I just need to get the pear and the banana. Alright, where's the banana? Show me the banana. Okay, now I just need to not die. And I'll save like 5 or 6 minutes on this split. I mean, I have a J PS2, so I could get the game in J if I wanted to. James. I have a J 90K. Yeah. Apologies for this music looping like every 4 seconds. It's pretty bad. Alright, well there's a big time save because I actually got that level first try. And so on that level it's possible, I mean, and by possible I mean highly likely, that you just can't get all of one or the other. Yeah, same, Senna. Have a good one. It makes me want to die a little bit too. Yeah, this is basically two-dimensional Twinsanity. The game is impossible. All this pixel-perfect movement everywhere. So hard. Hello. Yo, thanks for the host cam. How was NST? You see, so this green block, I can't get past that, and there's fruit behind that, so I can only get all the dots in this level on the first pass. You got an okay time? I knew that was gonna happen. Where am I? God damn it. That's the first, like, mistake of the run. You got pwned by a firecracker. The setting up the boss rush file is fairly aids. Three-way tie for 7th and 3. Oh, nice. GG. Yeah, last I checked you were doing 1, so I didn't know what you were up to after that. I'm literally inside this dragon. And welcome everyone from Cam's stream to a not good video game. Yo, Venom, what's up, buddy? Did you get to the post office yet?
Yeah.
What the heck, is this game a bad meme? It's actually a good game. This version of the game is terrible, though. God damn it. I knew I was gonna die there anyways. Because I had no HP. God damn it, I'm gonna lose a lot of time here because I need this guy to... Alright, cool, thanks, man. Sounds good. Alright, I need this guy to put gunpowder here. Okay, and then I need to... Oh, are you serious? I need to get the dragon over here to, like, burn it. Okay, that should work. Okay, good. This dragon is spooky. The fire is an instant kill, so you don't want to get anywhere near it. I'm missing a dot somewhere in this? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, yeah, losing time here because I died a couple times. That's fine. Sorry for that bad sound effect there. Okay, yeah, that was the first bad level of this run. Okay, I think I want to get this power pellet now, actually, so that I can do my route through this level. Oh, don't worry about it. No, it's not your fault. This game is not good. Well, again, this game is good if you play the PS1 version or the Dreamcast version, which is the PS1 version with updated graphics and music and everything. But the PS1 version is what I normally run on this game. And I got the N64 version, I'd be like, hey, I wonder what's different. It might be faster because it's a cartridge as opposed to a disc. And then I found out that the cartridge is missing 25% of the game. So it's like, alright, this is a separate category now. So, a separate category. It is. Yeah, rip emojis. Hopefully they fix that soon. Yeah, there are a bunch of bonus levels in... So in the PS1 version, like, during the course of the regular game, there are like 3 bonus levels that you just get access to that you don't need to play to beat the game, but that are just like extra stars that count towards 100%. It's actually optimal to do them in any percent, but those, only one of them is in this version, and then after you beat the final boss, the first boss in the PS1 version, there are 4 levels, and then the final boss. But in this version, those 4 levels don't exist. They're just not in the game. I'm gonna die here. Okay, good. I just hit a checkpoint. That was like optimal death abuse. Frame perfect. That was not frame perfect. There's a button behind this guy. Okay, so I'm only playing this just because I feel obligated to get a time on the boards that isn't complete garbage. Like, my first run, the run I did this last night was complete garbage. So far this run is not complete garbage, although it could very easily turn south. Yeah, like I routed most of the levels. This level is in both versions, but yeah, I've routed this. And it's like, the routing, at least on the N64 version, more boiled down to like, what levels do I have to, is it optimal for me to revisit? So, I figured out, because on the PS1 version, you actually don't have to revisit any levels, provided you do enough time trials, because time trials are generally better. But in this version, you have a shortage of levels, and so you actually do play through several levels again, because it's better than doing multiple time trials. At least I think it is. It might not actually be, but there are some levels I think you must backtrack to at least one, just because of, like, just lack of stars to get. And so I have all the dots and fruit in this level, because I can get them all in the first pass. Now I just head back to the end. What? I thought you could make that on N64. I've been lied to. I thought you can make that. Maybe it's the other one you can make it with. There's some different physics as well. Okay. And the only good part about the N64 version is way less RNG. Like, I already got through the only level in the game that's RNG, and I got through it first try. So the RNG is not nearly as bad on this version. So it's worse on the other version because you just have to get luckier. Okay, so I can't get all of either on my first pass through here, so I'm gonna blitz through here. Pacula's coming, don't you worry. I'm gonna wait this out. Some pansy. Alright, pay attention to these dots here. They're stacked right on top of each other, right there. Good programming error. I want that, actually. I just want to hit that for the sake of hitting it. Hello? Alright, that should be good. You only need 90 for the first gate, you need 200 for the second one, but there's a lot of dots in between here and there. I'm gonna get this because these Dracula guys are really annoying. Hello, I was... Forget N64 D-pad, just delete. Now I just need to get to 200 dots and beat this level as fast as I can. God damn it! Remove Dracula. IMO. These guys ain't even the worst one. The one in the in a time trial in one of the upcoming levels is the worst one. He's super annoying. I think I might lose time on this split too, but that's alright. That is not the direction I was going. Video game. I only lost 2 seconds, and that death was probably about 20, so not too shabby. Okay. Optimal. Okay, good, that guy didn't kill me. Alright, I'm gonna die in this room, so I'm just gonna death abuse in this room. I have no health. It's gonna be faster to die. Alright, this guy is the worst enemy in the game. He can go die in a hole. He's just a constant pest. He's really bad in the time trial in this level. Because if he hits you in the time trial, this level you basically can't beat the time trial. Because if you get hit, you lose, like, I think if he hits you, you lose 20 seconds. And you don't really have 20 seconds to spare on this one. That's all the dots I need for this level. Eyes emoji. This guy peeking through the grate. Looks pretty similar to the eyes emoji. Notice I have no health again. I might death abuse again. Yeah, might as well die again. Because then I can like tank hits in this area. Zoom to save time here. Cool. Alright, first boss. The frame rate in this is horrible. Not my fault. I mean, it is my fault for playing this game, but the frame rate being bad in this is not the stream. What? I held right. What a joke, dude. Alright, well there goes like, what, a minute and a half to dropped input? Thanks, game. That was gay. There's another dropped input. I'm definitely gonna lose time on this split. It's like no question about it. Okay, I have full health, so I don't need to grab that heart this time. Alright, let's not have something extremely gay happen again. IMO, who's with me on that? This is the end. That was really stupid. Really, really stupid. Nothing I can do though. The game drops my inputs. There's not much you can do. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot of time on this fight. That's okay though. First, like, real big mistake of the run. At least I'm at full health. Alright, I'm a little scared. I'm gonna get this heart. I forget when I split here. I'll split when I grab the key, I guess. I know I didn't do that last run, but... Alright, now for the revisits. Thanks for the good luck, Proto Man. How are you? Oh, Thanksgiving is good. All the festivities are over on, as far as I'm concerned. Just chilling for the night. Alright, now I have to actually get everything in this level. This is a good run. I mean, it's actually pretty good. Also, the run of this I did last night was atrocious. That's making this look better than it actually is, although this is actually fairly solid. Probably about 2 minutes worth of mistakes, including like a minute and a half on the last boss to a dropped input, which I couldn't do anything about. But yeah, other than that, it's been pretty good. That is not what you do here. I mean, yeah, writing, I remember back in high school writing a bunch of, like, super basic programs in calculator. That was fun. I think this is optimal, actually, to not go through all that garbage up there. Fewer springs. I'm gonna leave those dots because I have to come back to this area. It's gonna be optimal. Okay. That's probably also much more useful. That's true. Okay, even though I had a little bit of bad movement this level, I'll probably still save time because I actually did this puzzle correctly. Yes, like this area I can't access until after I've beaten that first boss. So that's why I come back to this level. Yeah, the music in this level is really good. I mean, it's better on the actual, like the real version of this game, of which this is not. But it's still good. I would recommend everyone look up like the actual like uncompressed full soundtrack for this game. It's phenomenal. One of my favorite OSTs.
Well done.
Hello? Oh, not bad. And sometimes you just hear things and you're like, yeah, maybe I'll mess with that. Good.
Well done.
Didn't miss anything. Still say 40 seconds. Okay, this split is free. This is the easiest time trial in the game. Although I do have a strat here where I outrun the block. This level is normally fairly complicated. You have to go all the way around this square room to get keys to open doors, open blocks, but in the time trial the key blocks don't exist, and so you just walk right to the end. Like, this is the fourth area, this is like the final area of the level, which you're not supposed to be able to get to when you normally play the level until, like, you've been in the level for like 5 minutes. Alright, this one's a little more difficult. Definitely easier to get screwed over by RNG in this one. I should play this one fairly safe. Let's see if I can execute my strat here. Finding out that you can just blaze through that section, which is something I found through just messing around, made this time trial like viable for a lot of runs because it made it way easier. If you do that section like that, it's so much shorter. It's really nice. Alright, where is this guy? Okay, that's pretty good RNG. That shouldn't matter. Okay, another time trial down. I'm pretty sure this time trial I failed a few times. So there's a few minutes here. Assuming I get a first try. Which is, you know. Oh, you don't need that clock over there. So I'm not going to get it. Or as long as I don't get pwned in this room. Good. If you get hit by one of the firecracker guys, you lose 20 seconds, and I don't think it's actually possible to beat the time trial if one of them hits you. Unless you get the one clock I skipped, and there's actually another clock in that room in that firecracker guy room that I also skipped. So maybe if you got those. You push that thing on top of the sparkler. When it's sparkling, it just blows up in your face and kills you. So you don't want to do that. Let's go up here. I'll get this because I'm scared. Although I don't think you actually need that. What's up, Ragey? I think I should be good here. I'm gonna get a power pellet to be safe. At the end of the level's at the bottom of this room, so... Yeah, there we go. That's a big time save. Because I got that first try. Would I ever own World 2? Maybe. I do want to learn, at least learn the game. I don't know how seriously I would run it, but I do want to learn the game because it's competitive and a fun game. I shouldn't have waited for that. I could fail this. Okay, I did my strat to lure the dog out. Cool. Why would I come back to the previous stages? Because I need a certain amount of stars to be able to fight the final boss, and I don't have that number yet. So I need 42 on this version, and to do that, I have to revisit multiple levels. And whenever I am doing a level and I do the time trial and the like go back into the quest, I always do the time trial first, because if I do the quest first, when it scrolls me on the map, it will scroll me to the next level. But if I do the time trial first, it won't do that. So it saves a little bit of menuing to do it that way. I did misspell feature, god damn it. I just noticed that. Feels bad, man. Don't worry, I'll edit that before I take a screenshot. But yeah, I did not notice that. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm pretty OCD about my splits, so... Despite having like the most simplistic layout one could possibly have for live split. Like just all black background, no separators, minimal information, just like time save and sob. Like... Don't learn this, Ninja. Don't. It's terrible. Lightning takes a lot of health away. And I didn't want to die. Like, if I got hit by lightning now, I would die. It takes that much health away. You can do GBA, Ninja. Ninja, if you do GBA, then I don't have to do GBA, and I'll feel a little better. What's up, Glacka? And what's up, Dom? And yes, I agree, you must have like the pixel perfect alignment of everything. That's how I roll. Typing of the Dead, dang. I'm not liking my health situation right now. Hello? God damn it, that's a lot, that's a big time loss. Because I gotta do this again now. Whatever. This level's hard because there's just like, you just get hit by everything. Hello? Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Except with not less dying. I think this is all the dots in this area. Good. It is. I think the Dreamcast actually has the best load times, as far as I know. I don't know about... On PS TV might be better. But... Yo, Wingo, thank you, my man. What's up?
Well done.
Thanks for the host, Kane. How was Katamari? Get on the VC after this run, man. Oh, that is not what I want to do.
Well done.
Welcome everyone from Kane's stream to this truly ebbin video game. Thanks for the good luck, man. What's up? I agree, Ragey, that emote is top tier. Shoutouts to my boy Wally. Okay, I have all the dots. Yeah. I still save time even with that death. Nice. Watch your pack time trial. Okay, so if I get this first try, I'll save an enormous amount of time. Because I failed this like a dozen times in my PB. Because it's a terrible time trial. Thanks for the host, Ragey. I don't like these cycles. I'm gonna wait this out like a pansy. Yeah, it's optimal to play this game with a rumble pack in. Uh-oh. Alright, I don't know what this guy's gonna do anymore. So I'm gonna go get this. Okay. Good. Yeah, if you don't have a rumble pack in, every level you enter, a text box will pop up that says rumble pack not detected. So it's optimal to have one in so that text box doesn't pop up. This is a big time save. Epic. Yeah, can we get some OIEs in the chat? It's a good emote. I have to reset this puzzle. If I could pack attack now, I would. I cannot pack attack right now, sadly. Cam, what the heck are you doing with calling out all these lurkers? I'm not appreciating this RN. Nice, I actually got the Dracula with the explosion. That's so good. Optimal death, because I was dying to death abuse, intentional. It was all intentional. That's epic, Cam. I don't appreciate that call out, Phenomenus. Yeah, I'll try Burger when I get twins again. It's actually probably not optimal to get that health refill and just get that dot and fruit and get the heck out of that room. But the health refill is so nice to have on Goblin that I'm grabbing it. Or Mesmeralda, rather. Oh, I kind of want that power pellet. Okay, good. Bananas in the last. Okay, yeah, we're good. I haven't missed anything. This would have subbed 140 if I didn't die, if I didn't get the dropped input in Goblin, but that's alright. Dang, I've succeeded then. Glacka. I honestly would recommend that everyone play this game. It's actually a really good game. Just make sure you play the PS1 version and not this version. This version is Garbo. I'm only playing this so no one else has to. You got all the dots and all the fruits. Okay, I'm out of here. Alright, final boss. It's like a 141. Solid run, like some mistakes, but overall it's solid enough that I'm probably happy with this, assuming catastrophe doesn't strike here. Also, this frame rate on this boss fight is extremely ebbing. No. There's only 2 boss fights, right? They both have a chase sequence. The chase is different. I got stuck on nothing there, so I'm probably gonna die. And then the second phase, the second part, is slightly different on both bosses as well. What am I doing? That was way too close. That was way too close.
Get Mesmeralda to fire her spells at the towers.
Alright, so what you do in this phase is you hit all the buttons to raise these things, and then you have to stand behind each one until she shoots a fireball into them. Which is easy, because if you stand behind it, she will hit it 100% of the time. And then the switches pop up again, you hit them all, they form this giant electric thing and just zaps her to death. You don't have to wait for him to eat the entire stage normally. It's just like a set amount of time. After you hit the finish token. Or finish checkpoint, rather. And this fight in particular is where it's nice to have gotten all those gold hearts throughout the course of the game. Because they make this fight way more bearable. I think this is the one that starts. Yep. It's nice to hit all these things as they pop up, and then I just have to not die. $141.
Esmeralda is no more.
Ha ha! You saved us all. 140. Cool. Let's see what the in-game time was. $140.04 in-game. Alright. Well, that run was way better than the first one. And I think that's where I'm going to leave this category for now. Because this version of this game is so bad. But 141 was a pretty solid run. Aside from the death on Goblin, the rest of the run was pretty clean. So I'm happy with that.